I'm gonna give you guys an update on the forklift on the HummerBee. So I've been extremely busy lately, so I have not filmed a lot. So I got the clamp done. It works, but I've decided to redo all the wiring. So but we'll get to that a little bit later. So right now I'm working on actually mounting the lights and making the light brackets. So I got the mounting on the chains, front and rear, and now I'm working on the actual side lights and the reverse light. So I got them cut out. Here's the rear light holder. This is going to go right above the cab facing the rear, and this is going to be the side lights. So the side light is going to be one that's going to be sideways like this. And we have another light like this. And then this is going to be for the amber light, like this. So now I gotta make some end caps. So we're gonna go out into the plasma and we're gonna cut some end caps off, and then I'm gonna sandblast these and then weld them all up, and hopefully sometime before the end of the week I can mount all this up, and because it's been on and off raining. So here we go. All right, so what I basically want to do is I cut out these out of these tubes. I cut my light holders, and I want them to be on the side of the forklift like this. But the problem is I need to close them off. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut out these end caps right here with a plasma cutter. That way I can weld them on. That way they're encapsulated. That way less dust and all that stuff gets into them. So what I made was, on my CNC, I cut out a pattern for it now. Just gonna go ahead and cut them out, and I need 12 of them. So I got two of those, so 10 more. Alright, so now I gotta take all the slag off of it. I found the easiest way is just to use a grinder. Tried using grinders, like bench type grinders, and it's too much work. Nice sanding disc works just great. Gotta sandblast all these things. The reason I want to sandblast them is that way I can paint them, and also I can weld on them easier. But since I don't have a really good air compressor, I can't keep up. This will take me a little bit, but I'm going to turn on my second air compressor, and that way I can maybe hurry it up a little bit. What's great about this is that it's pretty much ready to go to be painted or welded. I'm going to weld it and then paint it. Hopefully not order. So, old part, new part. I just got to do all these guys. Good morning. So, yesterday I got these guys all sandblasted, so they're ready to go to be welded. We're gonna get the welder out and we're gonna get these all welded up. So let's get to it.
Here's the sandblast part. What's great about this is that it's pretty much ready to go to be painted or welded. I'm going to weld it and then paint it. Hopefully not order. So, old part, new part. I just gotta do all these guys.
like I can't count and I didn't make enough end caps. I don't know what happened. So, well, I could either weld everything up and then make caps. I already got the welder set up, so alright, so I want this amber light to be slightly off, not flush with it, so I'm going to use some risers. I'm just going to use some nuts. There we go. Well, this is the way she's going to look. So this is going to be on the forklift. So this will be the right side. I don't know, I'm thinking I need something on the bottom right here. This might be a little bit too weak because we hit branches and stuff. I might put something reinforcing right here. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. So I need to cut some more ends for it. So I need 2 ends. These are ready to go. I need too many of those. Yeah. So let's go get them.
I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. Voice will echo me no phone. Ruled by the laws above. Nature shows me, makes me tall. I could climb this mountain now. Rise above the clouds and see. Well, oh, the force of campus is strong. Never did I mean no wrong. 'Cause I ain't looking.
So let me show you kind of what it's going to look like. This is the light. This is the amber light for it. And then 3 red lights go all the way around. Now what I don't like is that this part right here is kind of weak. And the reason that I'm making this thing so solid, I could have made just, you know, a flat piece like this and hung it up. This goes on the outside of the forks, and when we take our bees out into the orchards, we sometimes have to put them really close into the trees. So these are brutally abused. That way we have to make sure that they can basically survive through anything. So that's the reasoning for that. So this guy's going to be protecting this, but what I need to do is I think I'm going to put 2 flat bars right here. That way I'll be a little bit more confident about how this guy is going. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go cut some bars and we'll weld them up.
'Cause I ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Ooh, ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Yeah, ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Ooh, ain't looking.
And the reason I didn't use a box like this on this one is I didn't want this, I want this guy to have some air cooling when we do run it a long time. I want it to be protected. That's one of the reasons I chose the Baja Designs flat one, is that it can prevent a lot of damage. This is a very strong plastic right here, high polycarbonate, but I don't want to enclose it because it has fins for a reason. It needs to be stable. It's a very powerful light. All right, let's weld this guy up. Mark on my hat.
Got the feeling in your bones, make you feel right at home. How does it well, keep me dancing till I'm dead. 'Cause I could run a mile of this, head over heels as I miss. The sound has got me on my track, I ain't never looking back.
All right. I'm gonna let this guy cool. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the other one. I won't bore you of making the second one, but I'm gonna come back. The only thing else I have to do is I have to add some wiring nuts to it. I'm gonna weld on some of these nuts so I can zip tie the wires to it on the inside. And I think that's pretty much it. I think I gotta cut a hole out for the wire. But I'll do that a little bit later so I can figure out exactly where it goes. Yeah, I'll just throw a couple of these guys in here. Maybe. Maybe not. I think I have room for them. Oh yeah, I got plenty of room. So I put these nuts in here. The wire is going to come through here and it's going to go to every single one of them. Now I found that the nuts are really handy to use because the wire will sit on top of the nut and you can just zip tie it to it. And it's a very easy and cheap way of holding wire. And also I like the fact that it holds the wire above whatever you're welding it to, and the wire is not laying inside. So if you get dirt packed in there, usually dirt it gets moisture in it, and then the wire sits there and it'll rub. Where the wire is actually now between the nuts, it's hanging, so it's not rubbing on anything, but where it touches the nut, it's actually clamped right there. So there's no in the middle part where if you get vibration, it starts to rub. So I found it to be a very good solution, very cheap solution for wiring it up, and it's cheap, fast, and I've never had any problems with it. And I've been doing this for about, I would say about 15 years that I've been running wires like that. And my first wires that I've put on there, they're still working, they're soldered on. So I'm gonna get the second one on and we'll get this thing going.